Do you have a quiet, shy child? How about a demanding or creative child? Have you ever wondered why? Do you sit and think ahead and wonder how your little one will be as they get older? Knowing your child's birth order can help with this. As a mother of 3 boys, we have a lot of personality in our house, and knowing their birth orders and what traits come along with that has helped us. So birth orders were identified by Dr. Adler, Dr. Alfred Adler, and he was the first one to come up with these concepts. And according to Adler, the order in which you were born to your family can inherently affect your personality. There are 4 different types of birth orders, and they are first child, middle child, youngest child, and only child. First child, there are 2 different types, and they tend to, there are 2 different types of first child, and they are complacent child, which tend to be more easygoing, they're more cooperative, they're reliable, they tend to be good caregivers. And they, the aggressive first child tends to be more of a perfectionist. They're very driven and they tend to want control over more things. My first child actually shows common traits of both types of first children. He's very energetic, he likes to learn, and he really wants to succeed at what he does. Some examples and facts from first children are Oprah Winfrey, Walter Cronkite, and Dan Rather are all first children. And more than half of the United States presidents were first children. 21 out of 23 astronauts were first children, and almost 2/3 of all entrepreneurs are also first children. The middle child just literally means that you're born in the middle of however many siblings you happen to have, whether it's 2 and then 1 and then 2 more. It doesn't matter. There are, again, 2 types of middle children. You have a middle child that is more of a loner. They tend to be quiet, and they tend to just keep to themselves more. The second type of middle child is the outgoing. They tend to be loud and energetic and all over the place. So my middle son, they actually say that most middle children are hard to get they're hard to understand, and they're hard to pin down just because they seem to bounce and confuse people. My middle son is definitely hard to get a read on. He also tends to mix his traits between the first 2. He likes to play alone, but he can also be flexible, and he can be very diplomatic. So some more examples of middle children are Donald Trump, Julia Roberts, and Rosie O'Donnell are all middle children. So they, middle children tend to make very good diplomats, and they like to stand out, and they want to do their own thing. And the diplomats just comes from the fact that they have to, referee between siblings. So, the youngest child, of course, the baby. The baby is just the last child that's born into your family, and they have very unique characteristics. They tend to be very manipulative. They know how to work people. They are also very clingy, and they can be really jealous, and they tend to be risk takers. My youngest, for now, of course, is positively the baby of our family at the moment. He likes to manipulate mom and dad to get what he wants, and he can be a risk taker, he's very jealous, and he likes to get his older brothers into trouble. So, some more examples of youngest children. Jay Leno, Howard Stern, Danny DeVito, and Bill Gates were all the youngest children in their family. Youngest children tend to make very good comedians. They like to make people laugh, they love to keep the attention on them. They like to make big stirs in life, and they tend to go against the mold usually. So the only child. The only child tends to take characteristics from all 3 of the first children, but technically they take their personalities from what the oldest child would be. The only difference is that they seem to be much more self-centered, but they can be very mature and they like to have adult company. They prefer to hang out with the older people and not the younger ones. They feel that, you know, they're up there with that. So something about older or only children is that in 2008, the presidential election, the 4 final contenders for the biggest job were only children, which came from the book by Kevin Lehman, the Birth Order book. And those 4 people were Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Mike Huckabee, and John McCain. So, I hope that after today you have a better understanding of what birth orders are and how they can affect your child and your child's personality. And I would like to leave you with an excerpt from Dr. Kevin Lehman's book, the Birth Order book. Why should you care about birth order? Birth orders can leave you some important clues about your personality, your relationship to friends, coworkers, and loved ones, the kind of job you have, and how you handle problem solving. Birth order is really a science of understanding your place in the family line. Wherever you have landed, it has affected your life in countless ways.